Hi everyone, and this is Dominique from the Black Woman's Guide, and today we're talking about clarity. How to get it and what does it look like? So if you've been following the Black Woman's Guide to Business group or the Black Woman's Guide Facebook page, you've seen me talk a lot about simplicity this year. And simplicity and clarity kind of really go hand in hand, right? Because when you have simplicity, when you decrease the load, right, you have a simpler thing to deal with, it's easier to find clarity, which allows you to execute on things faster. And it's so important that you have clarity in your business, because clarity is what allows you to reduce overwhelm, reduce stress, and have a clear path forward. Because when someone asks you, so what are you doing right now? Clarity is what lets you answer, I'm doing A, B, C, D, right? So we want to start off with simplicity in terms of getting our businesses really simple, meaning getting them really straightforward and having a really clear idea of the things that matter most. But once we get that idea of, hey, these things matter most, how do we determine how to operate? Well, clarity helps us do that, because it says, okay, here's what's most important about what we know for sure that lets us move forward, right? So clarity is the activity of saying, now that I'm doing something that's kind of easy for me to understand, I can identify what the first, second, third, fourth, fifth priority is, right? Or the first priority and whatnot is, to be able to actually execute on that goal. And clarity also lets you, rank the priority, because otherwise you have a lot of things that are holding weight at the same time, and you really don't know which one to do first, second, or third. And so clarity helps with that as well. So you cannot have a business without having clarity on what to do and how to do it. So an example of that is social media. A lot of us are posting on social media. We're on multiple different channels. So we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Snapchat, we're on Pinterest, whatever. And simplicity would say, well, instead of trying to post on all these platforms using some kind of, scheduling tool like Hootsuite or Buffer and getting all advanced, why don't you just start with the fundamentals and start with one platform first? That just makes it simpler to do, right? Every single platform has a huge audience reach. You can build your business on any platform that you choose. Over time, you want to build into a multi-channel strategy, but in the beginning, isn't it easier just to actually start with one? That's what simplicity says. Now, clarity says, because I'm now using only one channel, I can start to understand better what things I have to do to optimize this channel. Optimize being increase the outcomes that I'm seeing through the use of the tool, right? So I'm getting more likes, more retweets, more followers, more people signing up and clicking on my call to actions, signing up on my landing pages, more people buying my stuff, which is the name of the game if you're in business, right? People need to buy your stuff for you to be in business. So simplicity says, let's go from multiple channels to one channel. And clarity says, now that we're on one channel, let's write down all the things we need to do to make sure this channel rock and rolls. And let's put them in order of priority. That's one example. Another example of clarity is goal setting. So a lot of times I talk to women, I ask them, what are their financial goals or what are their goals? And oftentimes they say things like, well, in 5 years I want to be here, or in 10 years I want to do this. And I'm like, whoa. How do you know what's going to happen in 10 years? Now, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to have big goals. You should always have big goals, and they can be years and years out. You can say when I'm 55 or 60 or in 20 years, I want this to happen for me or whatever, right? That's completely fine. When it comes to goal setting and taking action, you oftentimes need to have goals that are closer to you in time. So simplicity says, instead of having a goal that's 5 or 10 years out, where there's so many things that could go in a different direction than you assume, why wouldn't you pick a simpler goal that's more straightforward that you can reach? So a goal that's in a 6-month window or a 1-year window, right? That would make natural sense, because I can plan a little bit better for 6 months and 1 year than I can for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? Clarity says, now that I know that I have a goal to reach in 1 year, I can create really straightforward and simple benchmarks that let me know if I'm getting toward my goal or not. Right? That's clarity. So it says, well, what's your goal? Well, my goal is to make $10,000 a month in the next year. And to do that, I'm going to do boom, 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 boom. Right? Super simple. Someone says to you, well, what's your goal? Well, in 5 years, I want to write a screenplay. And you're like, okay, so what are you going to do? What are you doing? And they're like, well, first I have to do this, and then I'm going to have to do this, and I have to talk to this person to find out. Because there's so much room for variation that you open yourself up to, that you don't have a clear path forward. And what we know through experience is that even if my clear path is wrong, right, When I start executing on that path, I will find that out immediately. But when I have a goal that's really far away from me, I don't really know if what I'm doing is right or wrong because there's so much variation that what I could do could work. I don't have to wait 6 more months. I don't know. We'll find out. But if my goal is in a year, I don't have that time and that bandwidth to keep on going down the wrong road. You can never pre-plan everything. Nothing's going to be perfect. So you don't need to be afraid of failure. But creating a simple timeline or a simple plan with clarity lets you know how well that's going and how quickly you need to pivot or change direction to meet your need, which is super important in business because in business there's a lot of things that are unknowns that you don't know, that you can't, no matter how much you plan on paper, will not be true in real life. And so you can't be afraid of those things. But you also won't be able to mediate and manage that experience if you don't have a timeline that forces you to make better decisions faster. So Simplicity says, let's not create a 10-year plan and a 5-year plan. It's cool to have a big goal, but let's create a 1-year plan. That's Simplicity, because I can get my hands around that. And Clarity says, well, if I want to get here in 1 year or in 6 months, here's the things I have to do. So again, Simplicity and Clarity go hand in hand. And it's really important if you're building a business, particularly 2017, when there's so much noise and so much stuff going on, that you think about, how can I create clarity in my life and my business so I can move my business forward faster and get to my goals? So I want to share that idea with you guys. So I know a lot of people have questions about simplicity and how to create simplicity in their business and how to move forward with clarity and knowing what they need to do first and how to prioritize and all this stuff in the new year. I thought this was a really helpful video to share around how to kind of understand what clarity looks like when it's in action. So I also have a webinar coming up called Convert Your Community, which we talk a lot about this and other things. It's a free webinar for folks who are building their businesses, who are coaches, consultants, experts, trainers, people who are trying to create educational content, online businesses, and share that stuff with the world. So if you like this video, feel free to click on the link in this post and sign up for the webinar. It's free, it's awesome, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching.